I had over 500 live viewers watching me day trade today, and we had a 100% win rate in the live stream. That was simply not a losing trade that you could have took using this extremely simple ICT day trading strategy. This is the exact trade that we took, and if you're looking at this market right now and you don't see a potential entry in the market, then you need to learn this day trading strategy. So as you can see right here, we had this bullish fair value gap. Now most ICT traders only look at bullish fair value gaps to take long positions from, and this is simply not correct. What you should really be doing in the markets is waiting for these bullish fair value gaps to be having a candle close below them. For example, right here, this candle closes below this bullish fair value gap. This then turns this into an inversion fair value gap, so we can enter into the market here. Our stop loss simply goes if we get a candle close back above this now inversion fair value gap, and our take profit is simply sell side liquidity resting in the market. Our first take profit is also sell side liquidity that is resting in the market, and this trade hit our first take profit, then the rest of our profit ended up going to break even. If you want to watch me trade live and join my trading community, the links are all in my bio. You are probably making the same mistake that most unprofitable and new traders are making, and that is 1, not knowing how to trade fair value gaps correctly, and 2, not being able to identify strong draws of liquidity in the market. Now I have the best and easiest strategy where you can master both in one. As you can see, we have swept sell side liquidity right here. I do not use market structure shifts or breaks of structure in the market. I only care about liquidity. So with that in mind, we have this sweep on sell side liquidity. Now we have this bearish fair value gap as well. You need to stop looking for short positions from bearish fair value gaps. This is the biggest mistake that you are probably making in the market. All you need to do is wait for a candle close above a bearish fair value gap. This then turns this bearish fair value gap into an inversion fair value gap, where we can now expect price action to come up and either tap into an unmitigated bearish fair value gap or take some sort of liquidity in that direction of the market. So what I will do is enter into a long position here. My stop loss will simply go if we get a candle close back below this now inversion fair value gap, and my take profit is simply buy side liquidity in the market. This model has over an 80% win rate, and I trade it live every single day in my Discord. If you want to watch me trade live every single day, the link to my Discord is in my bio. One of the strongest draws on liquidity is a liquidity draw that you have probably not heard of before. Now, that draw on liquidity is simply news highs and news lows in the market. Now, if you're unfamiliar on what that is, then all it is the candle that the news event was created at. So whenever we have strong news in the market, for example, CPI or FOMC or NFP, then it will always create a large candle in either direction. And if you go to the 1 minute time frame and mark out the high and the low of this candle, this is simply the news high and the news low, and these are extremely strong draws on liquidity when trading. For example, in this instance right here, the draw on liquidity was simply the news high. So if you were to enter into a trade and you had the news high above, and let's say your bias was bullish, you could easily target the news high as the draw on liquidity. I live stream myself trading every single day to hundreds of people. If you want to learn how to day trade and learn my 80% plus win rate day trading model, the link is in my bio. The biggest secret that the best traders in the world are keeping from you is how to really trade in the markets. Now, what I'm about to show you is what I do and what you should be doing when trading to see the best results possible. Now, instead of only shorting from bearish fair value gaps after we have a market structure shift or change of character in the market, you need to completely forget about that, because that is the first trap that you are falling for when you are looking at fair value gaps in the market. What you should really be doing when you see a bearish fair value gap in the market, exactly like we have here, is you should be waiting. You're not trying to predict the market, you are just trying to react from what the market is already showing you. For example, right now we don't know if price action is going to come up or come down from this bearish fair value gap, but on the next candle, as you can see, we have a candle close above this bearish fair value gap. So now, instead of trying to predict the market, I am now reacting to the market because we have had a candle close above this bearish fair value gap. Therefore, I will enter enter into a long position, my stop loss will simply be if we get a candle close back below this now inversion fair value gap, and my take profit will simply be buy side liquidity resting in the market. This day trading strategy has over an 80% win rate, and I trade it live every single day in my Discord. If you want to join my Discord, the link is in my bio.